Beautiful sunshine and clear blue skies for this, the penultimate round of the Italian F4 Championship here at Monza. Well, that was yesterday. This morning, as you can see on your screen, the heavens have opened and it is bucketing down for race 2 of round 6 of the championship as we look down into the first chicane. Well, the cars are on the grid. We've had a formation lap, and in that we have already lost 3 cars, which we'll get to in just a moment. There's the forecast on the bottom of your screen. Positively Suzuka-like conditions here at Monza this morning. Great to see the crowd back. It's a little bit colder and a lot more wet than it was yesterday. Race 1 yesterday, a record grid of 44 cars. Martinez had a great run yesterday, and Stensone, we're about to hear from him. He's down with Lara on the grid now.
Far from ideal condition, but still a chance to race for the win from the front row on the grid.
Yeah, it's looking really wet. Yeah, a lot of spray. We will see what happens. I think the race is going to start behind a safety car. So yeah, we will have to see, I think.
Thank you.
A fast start from Mart yesterday. Stensone was up into position 3 for the Van Amersfoort racing team. He starts out of grid 2 yesterday, as we mentioned just a moment ago. A record entry for this, the penultimate round of the series. 44 cars on the grid for the penultimate round of the series. Rafa Kamara has dropped to 3rd in the championship after race 1 yesterday, and he's down with Lara now.
Side by side with Dan, so can you get back your P2 today?
Yeah, for sure it's quite a difficult condition. It's raining a lot now, but for sure we are going to fight for the win and then try to get positions as maximum as we can to the point for the championship.
Thank you.
Rafael Kamara losing 2nd place in the championship yesterday. We take the opportunity to say bom dia a nossos amigos assistindo no Brasil. O menino do Brasil, Rafa Kamara out of 4 after finishing in position 4 yesterday. Alex Dunn finished 2nd, and with that has moved into 2nd in the championship by just 2 points. There is the scene here at Monza. Arvid Lindblad had a great run. There is the Red Bull Junior, the Londoner, who is about to speak to Lara now.
A great race yesterday, but today is a really different condition. Grid 6 and it's raining.
Yeah, no, it's very different conditions. Yesterday went well in the dry. We were able to get on the podium on the rookie, but yeah, today is very wet. It's more tricky conditions, but we'll try as best as we can to try to maximize as many points as possible.
Arvid Lindblad, the former WSK Supermaster Series kart racing champion, his 2nd ever car race, the Red Bull Junior, the Londoner, starting out of grid 6, had a good run in race 1 yesterday. That was in the dry. Look at this morning as we look down into turn 1. Torrential rain pouring here in the north of Italy. Let's go down and hear from the Australian, James Wharton.
This is definitely not Australian weather. So what did you expect by this race too?
I think the biggest thing is just survive the whole race. If you survive the whole race, you'll probably be inside top 5 in some good points. So main goal is to finish the race and then see where we end up.
Thank you.
Jimmy James, the Ferrari Junior, the Australian from Melbourne, starting out of grid 8 in car 13 for the Prema Power team. His teammate, Kimi Antonelli, to the right of your screen in car 12. What happened to Kimi yesterday? Well, down into turn 1, incredibly, it was a clean start with the exception of the championship leader. We'll get to that in a moment. We'll take a look at the grid. It is Kimi alongside Mart, and then Alex out of 3, Rafa out of 4, and yesterday's race winner Charlie out of 5. Arvid Lindblad, Zachary David, and James Wharton on the 4th row of the grid. Hadrian David, the F3 driver, back with RSGP for this weekend. Taylor Barnard, Casper Stuka, Conrad Lawson, Marcus Aman, Pedro Perino. P6 for the Mozambican yesterday. Nikhil Bora and Brando Badoya out of grid 16. Maya Werg, a crash yesterday along with her Iron Lynx teammates, looking for redemption, starting alongside Nikita Bedrin, the Roman Ridicella, and the Tuscan Nicola Lacorte. Emo Jr., Il Siciliano Alfio Spina, Jules Castro, and Jonas Reed for PHM Racing, who have also lost 2 cars in the warm-up this morning. Valentin Claus, Kim Wareng, Victoria Blokina, she's out already. Alexander Partashev. Ricky Liu on debut is the Chinese driver. Frederick Lund, Giorgio Marcojanis, and Beron Bhakti from Thailand out of 32. Rafael Nadak, the 2nd generation racer. Elias Sperandio for Maffei Racing. Ethan Aisha, Frasinetti for Cars Racing. Niels Kuhlen, Francisco Soldovini, Jain Rishab, and Ismail Ahmed, the Uzbek, out of grid 40. Giovanni Maschio is already out. Jeff Makiels, William Carlson, the Swede, on the 22nd row of the grid. Giovanni Maschio has already had an incident on, not the warm-up, but the formation lap in atrocious conditions. So we're just getting word from race control that the race will be further delayed, obviously due to the conditions here. Look at this. Yesterday it was 24 degrees, would you believe, here in autumn in the north of Italy. The rain opened up. Well, it started to pour. The heavens opened. I'll get the cliche correct. The heavens opened at around about 7 this morning. It has not let up. If anything, it has got heavier here at Monza. This is the penultimate round of the 2022 championship. A record entry, 44 cars on the grid. A lot of discussion yesterday. If you did miss yesterday's race 1, Charlie Verts took the victory. There is yesterday's race winner, car 7, as the cars are pushed back into pit lane. So we do have a delayed start. There were 4 safety car interventions and people were saying 44 cars, no too many. Well, maybe not, because down into turn 1 on lap 1, it was a clean start. They all made it through perfectly cleanly, with the exception of the championship leader, Kimi Antonelli, who lost his front wing. The carnage came later on in the race. And, well, whether there was 40 cars, 50 cars, 30 or 20, they were just racing incidents. Sometimes that motor racing simply happens like that. And it certainly did happen yesterday. There's Taylor Barnard, car 77. The Brits, the 2-time WSK Champions Cup kart racing champion, Nicola Lacorte, one of the 3 Iron Lynx team drivers. The Tuscan, car 47. An accident yesterday with Ivan Dominguez, his teammate, and Maya Werg. The 3 Iron Lynx cars were damaged. Ivan Dominguez, the chassis, or the tub, was actually damaged. Tartus, they were at the circuit. They brought a new tub to the track last night at 10 o'clock. And it looks as though, as we get word from race control, that he has missed nothing. Wow, the race has been cancelled. Not postponed for the moment. Race 2 is off. Well, an anticlimax of sorts here this morning at Monza. Race 2 for the moment has been cancelled. Atrocious conditions. It is pouring rain here in the north of Italy. And race 2, the penultimate round of the Italian F4 Championship, has been cancelled. This obviously does have an effect on the championship standings after yesterday's race. Antonelli is still the championship leader, and he holds that by 47 points over Alex Dunn and Rafael Camara. And that does not change because race 2, due to the atrocious conditions, has been cancelled this morning. Arvid Lindblad steps out of his car. We hope to see him back and the rest of the field for race 3 this afternoon. But for the moment, here at Monza, that's all she wrote. We'll bring you news on the official website of ACI Sport and also the Instagram page of WSK Promotion. We hope to see you for race 3 this afternoon.